Give me 1 second, guys. Just 1 second while I do something here. All right. So I got a lot of questions, a lot of, oh, let's say negative feedback for blurring the faces of those people the other day. And by the way, the YouTube app didn't do a very good job of it. In the app, everything was blurred just where it should be, but when it rendered, it wasn't exactly right. Nothing I can do about it. You know, I have mixed feelings about doing that. However, in this instance, I said I would do it, so I honored my word. Because when you get out there and you do this stuff, if you tell somebody you're going to do something and then you don't do it, the next time it's going to be a problem. But I was really irritated in looking at that video at the way that's Customs and Border Protection, where the guy's in the green. I was really irritated with the way that one guy kept saying I was interfering. Now, in looking at the video after the fact, I see the guy in the truck kind of coming out up on my side. All right, but when you're in the moment, I'm focused on a screen this big. Okay, I don't see what's going on around me. What I had done when I rounded the corner is I picked the spot I was going to go to and stand in, and that's where I went. But it doesn't matter. Pedestrians have the right of way in the state of Texas, and they were displaying no emergency equipment. Okay, so they would have to. It's not interfering, not by any stretch of the imagination. However, I don't know. There's just something about what that agent was saying to me about interfering that just really is bothering me. It's really bothering me. And so what I've done is I've made a sign that says undercover cops doing drug buy in this area. And the next time I run up on one of these little operations, I'm going to go walk around with that sign. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think that's fair. So if I recall, if I counted right, that guy accused me of interfering 4 times. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to carry my sign around 4 times. And this week, I'm actually going to go live in the field, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to find an operation in progress, or I'm going to try to, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. All right, and to give you the short version is I'm just going to go to a high drug trafficking area, and I'm going to ride through looking for what appear to be undercover vehicles. When I find one, I'll go look at it more closely, and if it turns out to be one, well, then I know there's an operation in that area. And what they do is they'll monitor the main roads. They'll station guys on main roads like over here as an outer perimeter, and then they'll have guys actually watching the location as the inner perimeter. Okay, they're not slick. It's not a slick operation at all. But I think that's a fair response to being accused of interfering. It's a measured response, and I've already cleared it with the attorneys. And it's no different than if you see police running radar and you get a sign that says radar ahead. It's no different. It's exactly the same thing. It's not interfering. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I wanted to show you something. So you keep hearing these officers, or you don't keep hearing it, but it's been happening a lot. They see my scanner and they're like, "Oh, you're listening to us. You're listening to us on the radio." I'm going to show you guys something. Share screen, and here we go. That screen, share, yes, come on, work. All right, this is radioreference.com. If you're running scanners, this is where you go to get your frequencies. All right, so here in here's Harris County. Shows all the police frequencies and what they're using and stuff. Now, every time you see, let me scroll down here till I find one. I'm looking for one that's encrypted. So let's go to Lago, Friendswood. That's Galveston County. All because it's in both counties, it shows up here. Let's do Jersey Village, I think, is all encrypted. So let's There's a license number. Okay, this type means what kind of, it's a base, mobiles, etc., so forth. Here's their alpha tags. But this still isn't what I'm looking for. Let's go down here. I gotta go down here to what they call text warn. It's the Texas Wide Area Radio Network. And it is what most of what you get here in Harris County is on. Where are you? Where are you? Here it is down here. Right there, text warn. Okay. Let me see. So if you go down here, I'm looking for where it shows. Well, I'm messing up here. I can't find it now, of course. Now that I want it, I can't find it. But it shows on here when they're encrypted. It actually will show on the website. Hold on, let me go back. Let's do this again. Let's go down here. Do it a little bit different. Airports, higher education, Harris County, Houston. Tone, type. I can't find it now. But it'll show on there when they're encrypted. Okay, it'll say like type M, type F, and then behind it it'll have a capital E, either a small e or a capital E. The small e means that it is partially encrypted. The capital E means that it is fully encrypted. And none of this is showing me what I want to see to demonstrate that for you. Dun, 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 dun. I'm still looking. Just give me a minute, guys, because normally I can go right to it. Let's see. Category details. Let's see if that gives it to me. No, this just shows the repeater and whatnot that's on there. Anyway, all your federal services here. Oh, here we go. Over here. Got it. I got it. Mode DMR, tag. Looking in the wrong spot. So let's go back up to fire, Houston police. See right here where the E, where it shows an E? Okay, that's going to be, it's the narcotics. It's the narcotics division. E means it's encrypted. It's a P25 and the E means it's encrypted. So you can look at any, you can go on here and look for yourself. Okay, look at any of the DEA channels. They are all encrypted. Baytown has some frequencies that are encrypted and some that are not. It's all narcotics and gang. Pasadena, narcotics and gang are all encrypted. Pasadena, CID, all of that, narcotics, gang, all encrypted. All encrypted. I'm looking for down here. Fire departments are like fire marshals. You'll find a lot of fire marshals that are encrypted. The arson investigators are almost always encrypted. Here's one. I can't even pronounce that, but it's one local. But they're partially encrypted. Don't know why. But this is radioreference.com. If you've got a scanner, I'm sure you already know about this, but for those of you that want to just look and see if your local department is encrypted or not, you can actually go here and look through here and find the frequencies, find their radio systems, and you can look to see if they are encrypted or not. Hold on, I want to look at one more thing here. Let me go. Where is it? Back over to text warn. And it doesn't. Okay, so here's a list, but it just shows the frequencies. All right. Well, so when these guys come popping out with their, oh, you're listening to us on the scanner thing, I just laugh at them. It shows how little they know about the radio systems that they're using. I mean, like I said, all narcotics units at any police department, I have never seen a police department that didn't have encryption on their narcotics units and their gang units. Every single department I know of. DEA is 100% encrypted. ICE is encrypted. You know, most of the federal guys, excuse me, are already encrypted. So when you see them accusing me of listening to them on the scanner, just laugh, because it's really laughable. Paul Branch is correct. Click thumbs up or I'm having Brian King whip you people. Ooh, hey. Hey, Brian King, how you doing? WTT. Hey, guys, if you are not subscribed to Brian King, get on over there and sub. I don't know why this thing is flickering. What else? I think that's it. I just really wanted to, like I said, that bothered me when that guy said I was interfering. It just, I don't know. Hold on, I'm about to fix that light. I don't know why that irritated me, but you know, I guess it's just being accused of something that you really didn't do. I honestly expected that guy to do something stupid, to come on over there and get in my face or something. He looked like a hothead. But I guess that's it. Let me see. Let me look for some questions real quick, you guys. I got about 10 minutes to kill, so if you got any questions. Hey, thanks WTT for adding that. Is radio reference only in the U.S.? I'm actually not sure if they have anything on there for overseas. You'll have to just go on there and look. Good citizens, good cops cry about everything. Yeah, pretty much. The big thing going on here in Harris County right now is the street racers. They actually have a task force going around, and they're all over social media watching people post about have a car meet here or a car meet there, and then they show up in undercover cars, follow the people when they leave, and anybody that tries to race on the street or acts up gets arrested. They stop them and arrest them. If you do a burnout on a street where there's other cars, they arrest you and charge you with endangerment. Drag racing, they'll charge you with drag racing and endangerment. And the whole driving force behind this, I got a guy that's on the task force that reached out to me. He's on Houston PD's task force. The sheriff department has their own, but he reached out to me and talked to me about it. And he says it's all about income. It's all about, they run the plates on these vehicles to see if they're paid for or not before they stop them. He said, and 9 times out of 10, they're targeting the vehicles that are paid for so they can seize them and sell them and pocket the money. That's what it's about. Stealing your car via asset forfeiture so that they can sell it and pocket the money. At the very least, the city's impounding it, and the city's going to get the impound fees and all of that, towing fees, and so they're making money no matter what. And that's what it's really about. It's not about stopping the street racers. You want to stop street racers, have track days. The city could sponsor track day, except for one little problem. They're shutting down the Baytown Raceway over here, the biggest raceway in South Texas, the fastest raceway in South Texas. I've run on it many times. Matter of fact, I ran my Cobra on it, right before I got rid of it. I don't know, the weekend before I got rid of it. So, they're shutting that down. So, I mean, if you want to race, where do we go to race now? I don't know. But street racing, I do admit, street racing is a problem when it's done in neighborhoods and stuff like that. And you've got 22, 23-year-old kids who've never had a really fast car in their lives, and then you're handing them, a Hellcat Challenger and 600, I can tell you, 650 horsepower. If you have never driven one of these cars, you have no idea how stupid that car can get in an instant. You shut off the traction control on that thing and it's squirrely as heck. Seasoned drivers, I have seen I'm talking about guys who've been driving fast cars all their lives. I've seen them have trouble controlling those cars. I understand. It's a bad idea to hand 650, 700 horsepower to a 20-year-old kid. I'm sorry, but it is just not. It's a recipe for disaster. And then get 3 or 4 of those kids together. What's going to happen? I know what used to happen when I was a kid. We're going racing. It's the nature of the beast. And we're losing young people to those kind of situations. You can go on YouTube and see compilations of cars that gets, Mustangs, Corvettes, and you name it, where people get crazy with them or get on them, and the car just goes nuts. Really, and I'm just my opinion. When you hit around 400, 450 horsepower on the street, that is more than you need. A lot of you older guys, and I know my demographics on this channel are, people in my age bracket, will remember, when we were kids hopping up a car, man, if you could get 1 horsepower per cubic inch out of your engine, you were doing good. And now they're like doubling that, and I'm not exaggerating. The Mustangs, you got the Mustang Cobras, the GT350s and GT500s, 650, 750 horsepower. And that's before you start playing with them. You start tuning them and add headers and better exhaust systems. I mean, there are plenty of cars. There are 1,000 horsepower cars running around on the street right now. And it is easier than ever to add that horsepower. And if you don't want to add that horsepower, you can buy it. Like I said, those Hellcats are 650 horsepower right off the showroom floor. And it's only like an $80,000 car. It's insane. And again, that kind of horsepower for running around is needless. You're just killing yourself on insurance. And we saw this in the original muscle car era, when insurance was cheap at the beginning, and then as time went on, younger people started getting hold of fast cars, killing themselves, getting into accidents, and insurance rates went nuts. So look for that in the very near future. Live free, mom and dad buy it for them, or credit. I mean, you don't need $80,000 to buy an $80,000 car. You need $8,000, and put that down and go get it. Better yet, buy it used for $60,000, $65,000. It happens. 745, but who's counting? The vehicles are capable of speeds up to, and some of them over, 200 miles an hour. Think about that. Think about what you were like at 20, 21, 22, and imagine that with 700 horsepower. And it's just a recipe for disaster. And there are no easy answers. I mean, these guys got rights to those cars just like you and I do. I'm not saying they don't, but we need to give people a place to go and unleash that horsepower legally. Not be putting police on the street trying to seize those cars from them to do asset forfeiture and keep them so that they can pocket the money. The real fun is turning left and right. Yeah, when I was growing up, like I said, you worked hard to get 1 horsepower per cubic inch. So if you're running around with a small block Chevy that made 350 horsepower, you were doing good. You were doing real good. And like I said, now that's nothing. They got V6s and 4 cylinders that make that much horsepower right from the factory. So think about that. When am I coming back to Oak Ridge, Tennessee? Sometime after the first of the year. I'm going to be doing some traveling. I've got the lawsuits. Let's talk about lawsuits for a second. LaPorte and Jersey Village lawsuits are ready to file. I'm going to get those filed probably next week. I know that those 2 police departments anticipate me going to jail, so they don't have to worry about me. Bad news, not happening. We didn't ask for any specific dollar amount from Jersey Village. We are asking for $54 million in LaPorte, and that is to make a statement. I probably won't get that. Don't think I'll get that. Won't hurt my feelings if I don't get that. It would make me ecstatic if I did get that, but Fifth Circuit is notoriously pro-police. Don't think that it's going to come to that. I expect that they're going to want to settle out of court. I probably won't do that unless they make me a really, really nice offer. But most likely we're going to drag them into court so that we can depose them, and it's all about exposure. You know, they're thinking, oh, we're going to expose him. We're going to expose him. Have at it. Have at it. More effort has been put into, and we found this from the Deer Park case. There has been more effort put into exposing me and destroying me than any other activist that I know of. They have turned other activists get in trouble, get felony charges, and hey, if you'll help us destroy News Now Houston, we'll get those charges kicked. Oh, sure, man, I don't want to go to jail. I'll go to jail. Hey, you can even go beat up state troopers, and we'll get those charges dropped for you the next morning. It'll be all right. All you got to do is go out and talk bad about News Now Houston. Whatever. Don't care. Once I start publishing documents, you guys are going to know who's who and what's what, and you will be baffled at the effort that's been put into silencing me, shutting me up, shutting me down. The target on me is unbelievable, and I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand it. All I have done is dared to stand up to the police unions and talk bad about them. I've dared to expose crooked cops, and for that, the FBI, Border Patrol, Precinct 8 constables, Shell, all these departments have targeted me, and in some cases they have put bounties out on me. Bounties. What the heck? I don't get it. I don't get it. And yet these are the good guys. Police unions must go. Plain and simple. Police unions must go. If they are targeting people and people say, oh, it doesn't matter if the union targets you, the police union targets you, that's not the police. The police union has no power. Cops are the police union. Get it? Cops are the police union. So if the union is targeting you, it's those cops targeting you. The Houston Police Officers Union put a bounty on me. I have the email from a high-ranking member of the Houston Police Officers Union to the Harris County District Attorney. Mr. Warden, Mr. News Now Houston is making us look bad. He is humiliating our members. Can you please take charges in that Deer Park case on him to shut him up? The email exists, and it will be published. By the way, I've been recently, again, looking at some Tuttle stuff, and I still cannot get any photographs of the handgun that Mr. Tuttle was allegedly armed with. Not one photograph has ever been published of that firearm. The things that make you go, Supposedly, what I'm getting from HPD is, the forensics, Harris County Forensics Unit has the weapon. Okay? You have a homicide file, they didn't give you a picture of it. And it should show the fired cartridges as well. And the serial number, so we can backtrack that serial number. I'm betting we're going to find that was a throwdown. Let's see if I'm right. All right, go into comments. I know LAPD, FBI, these guys are all thugs. DHS isn't much better. DHS is another one that put a target on me. Did the Tuttles settle? No, they have not. Reno Flame says there was never a handgun. I'm beginning to believe that, honestly. I really am. I do not love the Los Angeles Police Department. Come on, they got gangs in the department that they use to go after people that they don't like. What is that? That's gang activity. That's not law enforcement. That's not being a peace officer. That is gang activity, and we should not tolerate it. But once again, LAPD and their big union, and what is the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, all of these, they're gangs, and there's no accountability, and all that they are doing It is just a matter of time. I was just having a conversation with a cop about our ID laws. And what I told him was that when I first started doing this, you know, I would never have advocated violence against a police officer. But now it's different. I've come to realize that when bad cops act out, good cops aren't doing anything. So it's up to us. And if that includes violence to stop them, then I think it's come to that. I really do. And I don't like saying that. I don't like feeling that way. But yeah, I honestly believe that there's no other way. Because the police aren't going to police themselves. They've shown us that. So what else is there to do? And people that are saying cameras don't make a difference. I disagree. Long Island Audits got a sergeant that got him on body camera, and he was saying that, talking about Long Island Audits, saying, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, that guy would be on the floor with his teeth missing or dead. He got the body camera footage of that. And, what's changed in the last 10, 15 years? Cameras are everywhere. So these people can't get away with the stuff they used to get away with. And they hate it. We are taking their power from them and, the power to just do whatever they want. And they hate it. And it's not just their body cameras that are telling on them. It's our cameras. You've got a camera everywhere. That's why I tell people, always video the police. Always video your interactions. Always video anything you see, a traffic stop, whatever. Because you never know what's going to come of it. And I can tell you, most of the traffic stops that I video result in no ticket issued. I don't know if that's just because police aren't issuing as many tickets as they used to, or if they just want to look like good guys because I'm there. But the vast majority of traffic stops do not end in tickets. And it's a good thing. I've said all along, try not to write tickets instead of trying to write tickets, because that don't make you no friends. Try not to write tickets. I think that's a better thing. Just like trying not to take people to jail instead of trying to take them to jail. We should be doing everything we can to not put people in jail. But, law enforcement's mantra is lock him up, throw away the key. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. All right, one more time I'm going to check comments here, and then I'm going to get out of here. I know you guys got things to do. Old School Paranormal says that's why he retired. They made it rough on him because he went against the code. He was for people's rights, and he backed the Constitution 100%. Look me up when you come to Tennessee. There you go. The good cops get... Yeah, Long Island Audits, guys, if you're not subscribed, go over there and check him out. He is doing excellent work. Excellent work. And, the stuff he's getting is phenomenal. And you can believe he's got a price on his head up there. You can believe the union up there has put a price on his head. Let's see what else I got. Hey, Tim Strait, Zombie, Mesa PD, Labor, what we got? Yeah, they're losing qualified immunity, and those no video laws are not going to hold water. You just have to challenge them in court, and they will not hold water. Okay, Brian, call me sometime. Not right now, but call me. John Doe, I disagree with that hiring ex-military as being the problem. The problem is that the dirty cops have increased their power to the point that they bring the new guys in and they teach them bad things, and the guy on the bottom is only going to do what he knows he can get away with. He'll only do what he knows the chief is going to look the other way for. And if you've got a good chief that's not looking the other way, your department is going to be full of people that act right because they don't want to get fired. Let me see. Hey, Kripke. Tim Strait, SoCal Opie. Cops are trained to target people. I don't agree with that. I think it's the bad cops that are used to having their way, and when you come in and you challenge them or expose them, then you become targeted, and the other bad cops will back them up. Oh, it's like they say about me. Oh, David, that David guy, that News Now Houston guy, he's anti-cop. He hates the police. No, I don't. I've always published the good videos just like I publish the bad videos. Always done that. I try to be fair. I don't hate cops. I just hate bad cops. I hate crooked cops. I hate any cop that won't do the right thing. You shouldn't be a cop if you're not going to do the right thing. If if we go out and screw up, we go to jail. I get that. You go out and screw up, oh, we got qualified immunity. That'll protect us. Or the union will protect us. It's got to stop. It's one set of rules for you and one set of rules for me. Not a set for me and a completely different set for you. It's all the same for all of us. Level ground, level playing field. And until we have that, the divide between citizens and law enforcement is going to continue to get worse. And if you think it's hard to get new cops, it's hard to employ cops now, most departments are so short-handed that it's becoming critical. That's only going to get worse when the bad cops start getting shot. And that's coming. And I hate it. But I just honestly don't see another path at this point. Because law enforcement hasn't left us another path. It is a mess of their own making. And they don't want to clean it up. They don't see anything wrong with it. And the union doesn't see a problem with it. And so long as that situation continues, things are going to continue to spiral downward. So that's it, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get off my soapbox, and my son's coming over here in a minute. So I'm going to go. Matter of fact, he's here now, I think. Yep, there he is. So he's coming over. I'm going to go hang out with him for a little bit. Uh-oh, there he is. There's one of them. They had to come in the space shuttle. See, I'm in the spaceship. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm rolling out of here. I will catch you again later. Y'all be safe. Thanks for popping in. And that's it.